Bonnie EC, another trucker. What's the word? We ain't doing nothing, man. We just sliding through that good old West Virginia. Yeah, sliding through that good old West Virginia, coming down 77 South. But yeah, man, just trying something different. I had to stop real quick and get the camera right, man. We gonna take a little late night ride, man. You know, it's funny. I remember when I first started coming through West Virginia, man. I used to be terrified of driving through West Virginia, fam. Terrified. But I done been up and down this route so many times, man. I'm used to this, man. I'm not saying that you ever supposed to, you supposed to get comfortable. But driving through West Virginia is kind of like a piece of cake for me at this point. So yeah, man, we just gonna cruise and slide on through, man. But topic I wanted to touch on tonight: 2 keys to success in trucking. And my personal view, my 2 keys to success to trucking, through what I have applied to what have helped me thrive in trucking, has been flexibility and discipline. And being flexible is very important in this industry, man, because as a lot of us know, this is not no regular 9 to 5, you finna start work at 9 o'clock and get off exactly at 5 o'clock type of industry. When you driving trucks, we know it don't work like that. So, schedules and timings and deadlines, load times, deliveries, all that stuff is sporadic at different times. You know what I'm saying? You going to sleep, you driving, you up at all different times of the day. So you got to be flexible. To really get to it, you're going to have to be flexible. One of the things that helped me and allowed me to be flexible was that I don't got no dependents. I came into trucking not really having nobody to worry about except for me. So, not to say that, family people and, people that have, good social life or whatnot, not to say that trucking ain't for you, but trucking tends to favor people who don't really have that many attachments. You know what I'm saying? I forgot the exact saying, but anybody ever seen that movie Heat? I think it was Robert De Niro. He said, because they was bank robbers, and it was something that he said to the degree of, you can't allow yourself to get attached in this business, in this game, or something. He said you can't allow yourself to get attached to nothing that you ain't willing to walk away from in the blink of an eye, something like that. And it kind of relates to trucking. Like, if you're gonna be dedicated to the trucking, you got to be disciplined as well. You got to be focused. I always say this. A lot of things outside of trucking can affect you. And that's why I always knew when I was coming into trucking, like, I didn't care about having no girlfriend. I ain't had no shorties. So I knew exactly what I was doing, and I knew my leverage. And I would have to say, my leverage as far as being flexible and being disciplined, it helped me be a cut above a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Those have been reasons why I've been able to thrive and grow in trucking. So, yeah, having that flexibility is key, man. Speaking of flexibility, one thing, a recent situation that I've been dealing with, man, is kind of like a testament to that. Something that happened with my dispatcher the other day, man. It ain't no big deal. Kind of pissed me off a little bit. And I got a good rapport with my dispatcher, man. But I don't know. This time I kind of felt like my DM, he kind of overstepped his boundaries a little bit. So I had to really sit and think and ponder upon this situation before I just, you know what I'm saying, went into reaction mode. I really had to think and play chess in my mind. So let me see. Let me break this down real quick. So Tuesday, how can I say it? So Tuesday I had a load that I was supposed to be picking up like Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. I usually pick this load up from the yard, you know, I say about 12 midnight, you know what I'm saying? Wednesday morning, Tuesday night, whatever you want to call it. And it's a load that I usually take to North Carolina. So this was already planned by Tuesday. So I came in Tuesday morning from a load that I had ran locally real quick, did that load, got home. I think I probably got home like between 11 in the afternoon, 12 in the afternoon, well, 11 in the morning, 12 in the afternoon. I went to sleep. So I'm thinking, you know, I'm going to sleep knowing, okay, when I get up, you know, I'm head to the yard, go get ready to pick up the trailer to, you know, knock out this load for North Carolina. So I went to sleep, and when I woke up, I see I had some missed calls from my dispatcher. I had some missed calls and you know, some text messages that he had sent me. So basically they needed a load that was going to Louisville, Kentucky. They didn't have nobody to run this particular load, and I didn't have no problem running this load. But the thing about it is, when I woke up, they just put the load on me while I'm in my sleep. You know what I'm saying? I had a problem with that. So, yeah, so basically in the text messages, my DM was like, yeah, man, you know, first he asked me in the text messages, but I guess he wasn't getting no response, so he just threw it on me. You know what I'm saying? And in the text messages, he was saying, okay, don't worry about the North Carolina load. I just call the customer and tell them that we're going to push it back a day. Whatever. So on the good, you know what I'm saying? On the good note, I don't mind taking the loads. You know, I'm Pac-Man out here. You know, I'm taking it, I'm eating everything in front of me. I'm not really tripping on no loads, but it was just how it was done. You know what I'm saying? Putting loads on me in my sleep, that's kind of scary. I'm not really feeling that. So I was kind of pissed off once I seen that and woke up to that. And I just had to think. First of all, I just had to tell myself, just before you start making phone calls, calm down. Before you send a text, you know, with a fiery tone to it, calm down, relax, think about it. Just think about it. So, you know, I went on ahead and I took the load to Louisville. And the good thing about that load, it was still scheduled for me to pick up around the same time I was originally scheduled to pick up my original load that was going to go to North Carolina. So, so it really wasn't no big deal. The only inconvenience was when I usually take this North Carolina load, like I say, I'm leaving like Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. I'm making my delivery on Thursday, and I'm back Friday. So I already had it planned. I was gonna be back Friday, and I had some things I had to do on Saturday. You know what I'm saying? But with them sliding this load on me in my sleep without me having some type of say so about it, just waking up to a load being put on me, you know, this steals a day away from me to where I needed to handle some business on Saturday. You know what I'm saying? I needed to put my truck in the shop, go drop my truck off because I got some work that needed to be done to it, just some minor stuff. And I needed to go get my hair braided up. You know, I'm trying to get groomed up. You know? So with that, man, it just took my day away from me. So that kind of pissed me off. And, you know, I had somebody in the comments section, man, a couple weeks ago calling me Dusty. You know? Sometimes I do be looking wild, man. Sometimes my hair be out there. Sometimes I don't have no shade. But you know what that is? When I'm not groomed up, you know what that is? That means I'm out here getting to it. Sometimes I just don't got the time to look cute. I just don't got it. That's how it be. When you really out here getting to it. You dig? So, but yeah, man, it wasn't no big deal, man. So I calmed down. You know what I'm saying? I've actually delivered to this place in Louisville before, and it's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. I rock with it. I like how they get down. You know what I'm saying? So I just didn't like that load being slipped on me while I was asleep. Like I could see that being a problem in the future, because the good thing about me, man, I've already set the reputation that I run. You know, they know I'm gonna run. Like I say, man, I'm the cookie monster, man. I'm eating up everything that's in front of me. So when, you know, it's a good thing to have that reputation, for them to know that you run, you're reliable, you're dependable. That's a great reputation to have. But at the same time, you know, they'll begin to lean on you too much sometimes. And in this case, I kind of felt like I was taken for granted. You know, you don't slip no load on nobody while they sleep like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at the DM. I had to think about it. I had to play chess, family. I had to play chess in my mind and just think like, okay, you know, I had to think about the economy. I had to think about a lot of other people that's in trucking specifically that's not having it their way. And to a degree, I guess I got to be thankful that I'm eating. I guess I got to be thankful and be humble that I'm being fed out here. You know what I'm saying? I got to look on the bright side. Hey, man, that this extra load that I didn't even expect is going to make my settlement fatter. So I got to look at that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you kind of got to pick and choose your battles wisely. Now, somebody else, they might handle that a different way. You know, and I'm not telling nobody how to handle it if you ever in that type of situation. Now, moving forward, you know, if this continues to happen, then I'm gonna have to step up and say something. But you know how it go when you working or you working for a company, or you leased on to a company. You know, sometimes if you gotta lay the law down, you know what I'm saying, that'll affect your money. So you got to be real careful with how you address, and you know what I'm saying, how you approach and address things. And me, I know I can go off the top sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So I had to really think about this and think about my situation. Hey, man, I need this money right now. You know what I'm saying? It's crunch time. It's grind time. I need all this. I need all the money I can get. I just didn't like the way it was done, but it's like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and take this. I'm going to take it on the chin. I'm going to go ahead and fall back and just be satisfied. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and take it on the chin, family. But that come with being flexible. That kind of come with being flexible. Now, see, the thing is, if I had shorties or if I got kids and my kids expected me to be home Saturday because I didn't promise them that we finna go do this and that, and here it is, they done slipped the load on me in my sleep, then that would have really set me off. You know what I'm saying? What is a person to do in that type of situation? That's gonna make you want to go off. But since it's just me, I'm able to be flexible to where I can accept that blow. You know what I'm saying? So that's the part about being flexible that helps put you a cut above the rest. You know what I'm saying? But it can be a good thing and a bad thing too. Like I say, they know I'm gonna run, but at some points in times, you know, they'll push the envelope, they'll push the goalpost, and giving me a load in my sleep, that's pushing the goalpost on me. Like, come on now, man. Come on, man. But you know what? At this point in time, man, I need all the money I can get, so I ain't even gonna trip. So we just gonna run with it. And moving forward, we'll just see how it go. But you know, another key to success in trucking is discipline. You know, having discipline with your money, discipline with time management. If you're a person that care about your health, being disciplined about what you're putting in your body out here, because it is a challenge. You got to be intentional about taking care of yourself. What's the point? I'm going to keep emphasizing that. I just don't understand. Like, what's the point of even being out here to get money if you're not even going to have the health to enjoy it? I don't understand that. So, yeah, man, I've been intentional with discipline since I've been out here in trucking. And I believe that these two virtues, or these two things, these two keys of success has definitely helped me. Being flexible in ways to, to where you got to be dedicated. I think a lot of people don't understand, like in trucking, to anything in life, if you really want to get the best out of it, you got to be dedicated to it. And you got to be dedicated to trucking as well, especially depending on what you really want to get. And I just know, according to my vision, I got to be dedicated. But the funny thing is, a lot of times when it comes to being dedicated to something, man, a part of the time when you're being dedicated, you're going to have to give up time and sacrifice and energy. And sometimes at different points of your time, different points of time on that journey, you're not going to get what you think you deserve back all the time in that moment. You dig what I'm saying? A lot of people that we admire or idolize, entertainers, celebrities, or whoever the case may be, a lot of people that are successful now, they wasn't always, the time that they was putting in to be successful, it wasn't always giving them a return. And that's the same thing with trucking. Sometimes in this trucking, you're not going to always feel like you're getting the exact return that you deserve with the time that you're putting in. But that's part of the grind. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the journey with this. For a lot of us, it takes time to get to where we want to be. For a lot of us, it takes time to get to some real scratch out here. It takes time. And within that time, you got to be dedicated to this. But a lot of people don't really want to be dedicated. Some of the time that I've dedicated, a lot of people would feel like it's not worth it. I'd have been told that, oh, well, you don't have no life. What about life? You don't have no life. And yeah, being dedicated to this trucking, I don't know, man. I don't know about that work-life balance. I don't know if it's work-life balance with trucking. I think with trucking, you're going to have to accept that this is a lifestyle, especially if you're living over the road or you're doing regional, the way you go most of the time. You're going to have to accept that this is a lifestyle, and you're going to have to build your life around trucking. And you're going to have to accept this. So when a person tells me that I don't have no life because I'm dedicating myself to the grind of trucking, well, how could you say that? How you know where I consider life to be? You know what I'm saying? How do you know what the value of life is to me? I mean, some people, all they want is a fast car and a girlfriend. And I mean, if that's all you want, then that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But what I want out of life, it's going to take a lot of dedication. It's going to take a lot of sacrifice. If all you want is a fast car and a girlfriend, you can come in the trucking and get you, put your time in, get your experience, get you a cool little job. And you're going to be straight. You know what I'm saying? Go get you a fast car and get you a girlfriend. But what I want the world, Chico. And I want everything in it. So it's going to take some dedication. It's going to take some pain, some sweat, some blood and some tears to get what I want. So yeah, if it look like I'm not having a life, to a person that feel like it ain't worth it, then so be it. You know what I'm saying? But the payoff is going to be immensely great and heavenly. Like it's certain little small bulletin point goals that I'm looking for that's all part of my vision, right? So it's going to come a time with me having my own truck that I'm not going to be driving the winters no more. Like when January, February comes, it's going to be a time to where I'm not going to be driving January, February. I'm going to be out of the country in a tropical place, chilling. or whether I'm out the country or not, I'm taking off January and February. Now, at this point in time, I'm not there yet because I'm still establishing myself. I'm still going through the motions. I'm still building my business. You know what I'm saying? Because certain ways that I got to be able to move or how I know I want to move, I have to build my business up a certain way to be able to cover things. I have to be in position to be able to do certain things that I want to do. So I have to sacrifice and put that dedication in. So yeah, I would love to just take off January and February right now. I can do that, but it ain't gonna make no sense. If I just keep parking up my truck whenever I wanted to just for leisure time, I'm gonna always be out here chasing my tail, always coming back being in the hole, not being situated, not having a strong foundation for my business. And sometimes to build that strong foundation, man, you got to put rubber to the road and put your head down and get to it for a minute. Sometimes there's going to be some suffering involved. You know, everything ain't going to be peaches and cream out here for the people who, you know, really got a vision for this. Or you really know what you out here to, you know, really out here to do. But I'm still within the first 5 years of my journey with having my own truck. So I'm not quite in that position yet for me to just be taking off 2 months and, you know what I'm saying? I'm not in that position yet, but I will be. So that's just a little small bulletin point that's a part of the vision. Cause yeah, it's gonna come a time. Yeah, maybe maybe not 2026, but 2027. That's probably when I start retiring from working the wintertime. You know, I've been driving the winter all my life. I'm used to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Northwest Indiana boy. You know what I'm saying? Chicagoland person. I'm used to driving the meanest of winters. You know what I'm saying? Surviving the mean winters. I'm used to it, but hey, that's part of the luxury of controlling your destiny and having sovereignty is controlling things the way that you want it to go. And as far as truck driving, yes, there's going to be a point to where I'm going to be controlling my time to where I'm not going to be driving no more winters. Yep. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. You know, that's some time. I still got time to build myself up. But, yeah, man, flexibility and discipline. You know, those to me are the 2 keys to success. Those are 2 keys that have definitely helped shape me and help me grow in trucking, and help me thrive in trucking. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I have had ups and downs in my trucking journey, but overall, I have thrived, and I'm still thriving. I'm going to continue to thrive. And these principles is what I'm going to continue to stick to. Flexibility has helped me, you know, so I mean, anybody can come in the trucking and take a crack at it and see if it's for you. But, you know, it's not a coincidence when they say trucking really favors single people who don't have no dependents or no other responsibilities. Because that flexibility in trucking is very key. Very key. So that's just my 2 cents, man. I'm just chopping it up with y'all on this little late night ride, man.